You are listening to the Love and Lettuce podcast with Laura Lima, episode 117. Today, I want to talk about living for your future self, because isn't that what we're doing every single day? I know for me, when I wake up in the morning, for example, I always feel a certain way based on how I lived the day before. So if I was overeating, if I didn't drink enough water, if I stayed up too late, if I didn't get things done that I know needed to be done and still need to be done, I feel like crap. I am now starting my day on a crappy note. And yes, I can absolutely change my thoughts, and that's what I do. And I bring positivity into it because now here we are in a brand new day. This day will be different than yesterday, and so on. So we can change that, yes, and make today better than yesterday. But when we are living right now, we are living for our tomorrow self. We are living for our future self. We are even living for ourselves in 1 hour from now. That is how soon we become this new version of ourselves, this future self. We eat breakfast, it digests and metabolizes, and now we feel physically and mentally a certain way based on what we just ate. We either feel groggy and sluggish and super full, maybe bloated, gassy, and really not proud of ourselves because of what we chose to eat for breakfast. Or we feel really energized, light on our feet, peppy even, and so darn proud of what we chose to eat for breakfast. So we are currently living for our future self, always. Like live in the present, yes, but always be thinking of her. Always be thinking of your future self. Now, when it comes to weight loss, this is huge because weight loss doesn't just happen like that, like with a snap of your fingers, I'm a different weight. And you know what? I think that's actually a really good thing because it makes us into that new version of ourselves. It forces us to become a new version of ourselves with different thoughts, different thought patterns, and different beliefs, and certainly different actions in our life. If we were able to just flick the switch and go from our current weight to 20 pounds later, or whatever your goal is. For me, it's 50 pounds, so 38 more pounds because I've lost 12 thus far. If we were able to just say, okay, here I am. I'm 130, boom, I've lost my weight and I feel great. Yeah, it sounds like that would be a good thing, but then we would have missed having to change ourselves. We would have missed really understanding ourselves fully in that process because, my goodness, the process to lose weight is huge because you have to stop doing these habits that you were doing probably for your whole life or as long as you can remember. And then when you stop doing those things like overeating, like snacking in the evening, like snacking all day, for example, instead of snacking, now you're feeling your feelings. And in the process of that, you're really figuring yourself out. You're like, why am I always choosing these foods? Why am I always pulled toward and drawn toward these foods? What am I feeling? What am I trying to not feel? Oh my gosh, I'm feeling a little bit sad. I'm feeling a little bit depressed. That's interesting. Normally, I don't actually feel this because normally right now I'm eating a cupcake or I'm even eating a muffin, something, healthy that you made yourself. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, now I actually am feeling that emotion. What are the thoughts that I'm having in my brain that are maybe causing me to feel this way? Or what are the thoughts that are going through my head on any given day, on any given moment? I really want a muffin. It's time for a muffin. Like when you start to change these things, you literally have to shed your old beliefs. You have to shed the old version of yourself and become the new one. So if we could flip the switch and just say, and done. I'm 130 pounds. I've lost 50 pounds. Yay. Then I would have missed the amazing experience because it's tough, but it's amazing of getting from 180 to 130. That is where I'm finding myself and where I'm finding my brain and my feelings and my true emotions, and I'm letting them happen. I'm sitting with them instead of trying to neutralize them, trying to pretend they're not there by eating. Because for me, it's always been, eating, even if it's a healthy food. It's like you're not actually hungry, Laura. This is in between your meals. You are not hungry. You had enough for breakfast. Why do you now feel the need to snack in between? You've already had your 3 meals today. Now the kids are in bed. Why are you feeling the need to have that evening snack? Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, let's feel what comes up. I don't want someone to just say, boom, magically, you are now 130 pounds because I would have missed this. I would have missed really getting to know myself and stepping into that new version of myself. So we are always, always living for our future self. Always. Our future self an hour from now, next week, 6 months from now. And something that I love to always remind people is that either way, it's going to be December 31st. Either way, it's going to be November 1st. Either way, it's going to be June 30th. That day will come, your goal date, let's say. That day will come either way. It's like, who do you want to be when that date arrives? Who do you want to have become? How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? That, answering those exact questions is key in starting yourself on the path and getting the right actions going to get that result by that date. Because some people are like, oh, what's the point? Who cares? I'm like, wait a second. Either way, it's going to be next Monday. Today's Monday. I'm recording this podcast episode on a Monday. In 7 days from now, it is also going to be It's going to be next Monday. I could say, well, screw it. I'm just going to go back to my old patterns of eating throughout the day, of snacking after the kids are in bed, and just living, You can even hear it in my voice, like I've just kind of given up. Okay, and then who will I be next Monday? Because either way, it's coming, right? The other way of thinking, so the opposite way is I can say, you know what, next Monday's coming and I'm gonna feel amazing. When I get up on Monday morning, I will know that every single day for the last 7 days, I have done exactly what I plan to do that I know will get me to my weight loss goal. That is how I want to feel on Monday. I want to have the results physically from having done that. So not as much bloating, maybe some fat loss. It's maybe hard to see 1 week to the next, but it's gradual. And every week it progresses and progresses and progresses. And I want to feel so dang proud of the choices that I have made that week. Because either way it's coming, baby. It's like, who do you want to be when you get there? What choices do you want to have made all throughout to get there? Live for your future self always. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. When we're on the path to lose weight, it's not all beautiful. It's not all easy. In fact, a lot of it is really difficult. It's kind of funny because the plan itself, like, here's your plan. It's pretty simple. Eat this way, live this way, you will lose weight. But the tricky part is that our lower brain, our primal brain comes in and says, wait a second, we used to snack right now. I want a snack. And our primal brain sees the chocolate almonds on the desk and she says, ooh, those look really good. We like those. Let's eat those. And the discomfort here is the toddler part of our brain. So our primal brain, our primitive brain, our lower brain is we can think of it like a toddler. It's like, I want that and I want that now. Like I have a toddler right now. He's 3. I guess we call him a preschooler, but he's still a toddler. And when he doesn't get something that he wants, and not every time, luckily, but he will throw a tantrum. He will just yell and cry and just like it's the end of the world if I don't get that right now. And I kind of look at him thinking like it's so funny because that is what's going on in our brains at any given moment when we want that thing. But the other part of our brain, our higher brain, our smart brain, says, no, we're not going to eat those chocolate almonds. We plan to not eat those. Those are not in our plan. And those are going to cause us to gain weight and not lose weight. They're going to cause our blood sugar to go skyrocketing. And then crashing down. That's going to cause more cravings. We're going to feel really tired. We're not going to feel proud of ourselves. So that higher brain's planning for our future, but the toddler primitive brain says, oh, but I want it now, especially when things like stress happen and feelings like sadness. And you look around and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do. Those feelings of overwhelm creep up. Of course, those feelings will make that toddler brain really loud. And like, but who cares? Like, let's just do it now. I've got ice cream in the freezer. We're just going to do it. Like, who cares? Every time you, let's call that giving in, even though I don't like to say that in that way, but we'll just call it every time you give in to that voice, you are giving in to your toddler brain. Just know that your primal brain, I'll call it your primal brain, just know that that primal brain is always going to be there. And we can be like, cool, I understand. You want some chocolate almonds. We're not going to have them right now. Yeah, you're right. There is ice cream in the freezer, but we're not going to have that. We chose not to have that for a reason. When we are thinking of our future self and when we're using our higher brain to plan, we say, having ice cream is not going to be part of my plan. Sometimes I'm going to have ice cream. And me, Laura, I still have it sometimes, but it's planned for. It's like, yeah, if that happens, I'm going to have it and I'm going to enjoy it. But it's not part of my everyday. And I certainly don't say, man, I'm feeling kind of low energy. I'm feeling crappy today. I'm going to go have some ice cream to cheer myself up. I do not do that anymore. Now I say, what am I thinking? What are the thoughts creating this feeling of, crappy? This feeling of crappy. I just feel blah. Try to switch that around. And again, it's uncomfortable in the moment because we are searching for that comfort. It is our primal brain searching for comfort. That is what we are geared for. Comfort, expending as little energy as possible, and just being safe. So expending a little bit of, sorry, expending the least amount of energy possible and conserving energy, staying safe, and not putting ourselves out there. This is what the primal brain absolutely loves. Like, do nothing and you will be great. Stay where you are and you will be great. Like, literally and figuratively, stay where you are and we're going to be so happy. But that is not how we evolve as human beings. It's not how we create a better version of ourselves. That is Doing that is how we got here currently. If we want to get there, which I want to get there, and I'm on my way to getting there to 130 pounds, give or take, we have to be that different version of ourselves. We have to start planning more with our higher brain, which is called the prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain that knows and understands long-term consequences. Like if we eat this now, Laura, we will not get to that goal. If we don't follow this plan that our prefrontal cortex has created for us, then we're not going to be living the way that we plan to live, that we ideally should be living in order to feel a certain way and to get that result as well. We have to be willing to go through this discomfort now in order to be so comfortable later. And yes, once I reach my goal weight, things will still be uncomfortable. You have to keep living that way. And you still have a brain. You still have the primal part of your brain that will say, this would be nice to just sit here and do nothing. But your prefrontal cortex, your higher brain, will say, we have to go do this. We have to go clean this room because that's what we chose to do. We have to have this food. We have to avoid that food because this is what we plan to do for our highest self, for our best version of ourselves. So if we choose the discomfort now of doing that, of feeling our feelings, of living for our future self, which is not always uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable when you're saying no to your primal brain that just wants to sit on the couch and watch Netflix and eat the cookies. It's uncomfortable to say no to her. But when we do that and we experience that discomfort now, oh my gosh, we're going to feel so comfortable at our goal. Whatever the goal is. For me, it's 130 pounds, give or take. So for me right now, it's losing weight. It's getting back to my pre-pregnancy weight, getting back to my early 30s weight, I'm turning 40 in a month, okay? 3 weeks actually. That is my goal right now. And I know I will get there, and I love who I'm becoming in order to get there. And it's not just about the weight, because the person I'm becoming is just so much more fulfilling. I'm getting so much done in my house. I'm literally, it's like night and day from how I used to live. It's like I am so on top of things now. And yeah, like our house is still lived in. It's still a mess in so many areas, but I know, like in my mind and on my calendar is like, I'm going to go do that cupboard next. I'm going to donate those bins next. So it's a work in progress always. But I'm just saying it's not only about that weight, it's about who I'm becoming in every area of my life, every area of my house as well. So no matter your goal, again, right? It's like, don't just hand me that weight loss because I want to become that person. It's not just the goal, it's all the side benefits that are so huge as you're working to that goal. And for me, the weight loss goal is fun because I'm putting on these pre-pregnancy jeans. I have them on right now. I had a pair on last week, a different one today, and I'm like, "Yes, girl." Like, does my stomach still come out at the top? Yeah. Like, that's okay with me, but I can do them up. I can wear them comfortably. And that feels so good to me. Like that gives me confidence when I know when I feel like when I feel like I look good, I'm like, yes. When I have an outfit on that am enjoying feeling the feeling of when I'm walking down the street, when I go into a room, I'm like, I feel like I look good. Like I feel put together, and I'm so happy about that. So the weight loss goal for me is also fun because I just love seeing how I can make this difference in my body simply by the way I'm living. Either way, I can make a huge difference. I can gain the weight and I can stay in fat storage mode, or I can start to lose the weight and keep it off and be in fat burning mode. And it feels so good physically too. I'm so much more energized. I'm not feeling full and stuffed and like blah all the time. I'm just feeling good. That feels so good. So, more discomfort now and being willing to just sit in it because really it's not the end of the world. Like the feeling that you get, maybe you feel deprived. Whatever feeling comes up for you when you're not having that cupcake, allow yourself to feel it and realize it is not the end of the world to be feeling this way. This is not so bad. I am a strong person. I can get through this. And for getting through that, you will gain so much more. You're going to be so much more comfortable in that future version of yourself, even in an hour from now, even in 10 minutes, when you can sit there and think, I would have already be done this cupcake. That cupcake would have already been gone within this 10 minutes. I didn't eat it. I am proud of that. It's such an excuse me, it's such an amazing feeling. So what we have to do in order to live for our future self is to have a plan and to follow the plan. The reason we have to have a plan is because our primal brain, our toddler brain, is going to come up and say, I want this, I want that, I don't want to do that. Like, yes, you plan to clean that cupboard out. I don't want to right now. I would rather sit down and watch the new episode of Love is Blind, which comes out in 3 days, I believe. And our primal brain's like, yeah, that sounds great. You know what, Laura, you're tired. You have been doing so well. Let's sit down and just let's just enjoy. We deserve this. So, we have to say, no, primal brain, I love you, but no, you are a toddler and you can't choose for me the best choice. You just can't. You want the comfort, you want to expend the energy as little as you can, and you want to just be comfortable and stay safe. And it's like, no, we have to use our higher brain to say all of those things and then say, fortunately, I made a plan for myself. And the plan even includes the times when you're going to speak up, primal brain. So when you're thinking of your plan, and you can plan out the exact meals you're going to eat, or you can plan out what you're not going to eat that day. So I'm not going to eat the cookies, the ice cream that's in the freezer, whatever. So you can be very specific or you can be kind of vague. The more specific you are, the better, and the more success you will probably have, and the faster you will get that success. and you follow that plan. And when your lower brain says, but wait, we just want to relax, we've been doing so well, your higher brain can say, I love you, I hear you, and we're going to keep doing it this way. We're going to keep following our plan, even if that plan is simply to not snack. That's a great plan, and we're going to stick to that plan because I made that plan with the higher part of my brain, with the part that knows my future self is going to come either way, and she wants her to feel amazing and to get those results that you, lower brain, you also do want those results. You just don't understand how to get there. I mean, it want the lower brain, sure, maybe it wants the results, but it really just wants comfort. So it doesn't really think about those long-term results. It's more like short-term pleasure. That's what your lower brain wants. We need to live from our higher brain and be like, yes, I see you, lower brain, and I'm not going to give in because, like, to you, because that's going to derail me from my progress and from getting to my goals. We always think about our future self, how we have to live to get there, and then live that way. And that's what we do. Like, that is how we do. Don't allow your lower brain to decide for you. That is how I used to live. And that is how so many of us live currently. We go through the day without really having a plan for what we're going to be eating and how we're going to be living that day. And so we get hungry and then we go to the pantry and we go to the fridge and we're like, oh, that looks good. Yeah, I could really go for that taste right now. Yeah, okay, let's have that. Versus you planned to have a salad with the leftover chicken that you have and homemade dressing. If you stuck to that, you would feel so good. But if you're letting your lower brain decide for you, you're going to eat the other thing that's in the fridge or in the pantry that just looks good too. But it would feel really good to eat that right now. It would feel very comfortable. I want that taste. That is a thought that so many of us simply have. I want to taste that food. I want that taste. I like that taste. I just want it. Okay, lower brain, I understand. You also love the taste of salad with chicken and homemade dressing, and I truly do. That is the truth for me. If you don't, make it so that you do, because you don't want to not enjoy your food. That's not the goal ever. Enjoy that food, but remember that you will also enjoy the taste of that food that you planned for, and you will feel so good from it. Do not allow your lower brain to make choices for you because those are always the in the moment decisions. And those ones are almost always with a negative consequence. So our future self is now like, ugh, I feel really full. And I don't like that I chose to eat that food. Yes, I enjoyed it. I really did. But I'm feeling not great right now. And then when we are in that mode and that pattern, we are more likely to keep choosing that. We can rewire our brain, by the way. The whole making decisions from our higher brain thing is the more often you make a decision, whether it's good or bad, the more often you make that choice and you take that action, the more likely your brain is to take that action again and again and again. You're literally creating new neural pathways based on that behavior. So if you want your life to change, your lifestyle to change, your food habits to change, you have to realize that you're currently in this neural pathway that has brought you here. We have to recognize that. And at first, it's harder. It's hard work to create new neural pathways and try to ignore those ones that brought us here, those negative ones, while creating the positive ones. Yeah, it's kind of hard work, but we can do it. Like, we can absolutely do it. And the process of doing that feels so good. It is hard and it's good. It's uncomfortable and it's so comfortable and rewarding. We have to realize what's happening in our brain up here all the time. We have to plan with our higher brain, and we have to not let our lower brain make decisions for us. That is it, my friend. Like, that is how we will get to our goals, and that is how we will lose the weight. If you want more of this, If you are like, yes, I get it, Laura, love the idea of the brain, of using our thoughts and our feelings and our understanding of how our brain works to get to my weight loss goal, then you must, my friend, come to my free weight loss webinar. We are going to talk about all of this and more. I'm going to give you my secrets and strategies that I am currently using in my weight loss journey that I have helped others with. And now that I am done having babies, I am now on my own weight loss journey and I'm using them for myself. And it's such an amazing process and I love it. So, this free webinar is on Monday, October 13th. It's at noon Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make it live, that's okay. Sign up anyway, and I will send you the replay after, and that way you can get this information. This is literally life-changing stuff. And as I've said throughout this episode, it's not just that one goal. It's not just about the weight, it's about who you're becoming to get there and all the other benefits in your life that happen because you are becoming this new version of yourself. It's truly night and day from how I used to live in the past to how I currently live now and how I will live forever because there is no comparison. When you make a plan for yourself, not only for your food, but for your day and for your week and for your month, and you plan that and you follow the plan and you reap the benefits, reap the rewards of following that plan, you're building trust with yourself. And then it is so huge. It's like you make a plan with your friend to meet her for coffee at 2 o'clock and you show up at 2 o'clock. You're not like, oh, sorry, I can't make it. I'm just going to sit on the couch and watch Netflix. I'm really tired. Like, okay, I'm always like, okay, caveat, like if you're really tired, you can cancel and that's okay. But what I'm saying is, don't keep canceling and don't keep canceling on yourself. You said you were going to clean the office at 2. I understand you're tired and you will clean the office. Again, caveat. I have a 5-month-old baby. He's going to be 5 months in a few days. If I feel the need to nap, I will do so, no matter what I had planned to do. That is okay, and that's okay with me. I know that I'm going through my days. Maybe I need to rest. And you can do that too, because that's life and we need to do that. But otherwise, beyond those few times, because that doesn't happen very often, because I try to get a good sleep at night, just depends on how often Jesse wakes up, etc. And the other kids, who knows, right? Beyond those times, I make the plan for myself, and at 2 o'clock, I will clean that office no matter how I'm feeling. My lower brain will say, I don't want to. I want to watch that episode of TV. I want to eat and I want to just relax. And I deserve to. My higher brain will say, no, we plan to do this and we will feel so amazing for having done it. We are thinking of our future self. Thank you very much. And we will live for her. So keep thinking of your future self. You will thank yourself time and again. Either way, next week will come. Either way, that day will be here. It's like, how do you want to have lived up until that day? Who do you want to be when you get to that day? Because either way, it's coming, baby. So come to my weight loss webinar. It's free. It's on Monday, October 13th at 12. I'm so excited to talk about this. As you can see, I love this stuff. It is life-changing. So come and join me. It's going to be fun. I welcome questions, thoughts, comments, and I will get to them all. So please do come. Sign up if you can't be there live because I will send you the replay after. And my friend, have an amazing, amazing day, amazing week. Make those awesome plans and keep them. Your future self will thank you. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys.